Argue News.
Argue News. Argue News.
Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out! Here comes the Spider-Man. Reward to him. Life is a great big day. Wherever there's a hang, you'll find a Spider-Man.
Good morning and good evening. This is your anchor, Jim Kong here. Welcome to Argue News. I will be talking about drug abuse within the US among teenagers today. Not a long time ago, the drug abuse rate in the US had reached a peak among teenagers. Around 44% of teenagers said that they have experienced using illegal drugs before. Parents, can you imagine your kids are probably using drugs in school? You might say, my kids are adorable and well-behaved. They won't use these things ever. I'm sorry to say that, but I have to. Statistics tell the truth. 44% of all teenagers. It means that if you have 2 children in your house, there's probably 1 child that has used drugs in the past. This is very, very terrifying. And what are the results if this problem is still not solved? First, the drug abuse rate might continue increasing. Then, the kind of drug they use might get even worse. They will generalize this bad phenomenon. They might think, or they might say, all of my friends or some of my friends are using them. It's not even a big deal. Then what are the possible solutions? First, students, teachers, and even principals should be screened regularly. In this way, we can make people stay away from drugs. And there will be a lot fewer people using drugs because of curiosity. We will be able to know who is currently using drugs in this way. And the concerned departments can give the students that use drugs adequate treatment. This will make our nations better. Second, the US government should instruct these drug abusers to go to drug treatment centers. A lot of drug abusers do not want to go to drug treatment centers because they think it will even cause more problems. And they will not be able to find a job in the future because they have bad records. And people in businesses won't trust them. So they won't go to drug treatment centers consequently. But if the US government can promise them that they won't have any bad records if it's their first offense, or the US government can guarantee their standard of living in the first few months after they left drug treatment centers. In this way, people will more likely want to go to drug treatment centers. Third, the government should make posters where they can make educations. For example, they can do things like DARE. Just in case you don't know what is DARE. DARE is an education program that seeks to prevent use of controlled drugs. Even though this program didn't work well, but the idea is perfect. It's just because the government was too radical, or it will definitely have a good result. In my opinion, the US government can make a poster and paint and put them all around the campus. And they can make lectures about the danger of drugs and how they can harm your body easily. And the government should give the ones who are currently using drugs adequate treatments. All of the above are good ways to solve this problem. If the government can implement all of these solutions, the drug abuse rate will definitely decrease in a short time. Breaking news. We just received news that there is a school shooting in a famous private high school in Taichung. The offender is still not caught yet. Let's give the camera to the field reporter, Alan Cole.
Thank you, Mr. Kong. And right now I'm here in Go Yu High School in Taichung. The police has deployed and entered a crime scene, but the suspect has not yet been caught. Mr. Kong and I will keep updating newest information about crime. And here, Mr. Kong.
To the shed. It seems that the school shooting incident has finally ended. But even so, the influences and worries still remain. It's terrifying how an ordinary high school student could acquire such devastating weapon and causes huge destruction. I feel very, very bad for the victims. Here is an interview between our Commissioner Tesla and Dr. Cole, an expert in local gun violence.
Good morning, Professor.
Good morning, Mr. Xu.
What do you think about the incident happened this morning?
Firstly, I feel very sorry for the victims and families of violence. And secondly, I think it's very terrifying. It's terrifying to see how easily even children can buy guns through illegal systems. So currently there are 4 solutions, and the most important one being basic gun education. For the future generations, it's very important for them to understand the generations. It's important for the posterities to understand the gun violence, danger, and gun safety. Strengthening the federal laws is also a very important way, since the laws of each state varies. And in my opinion, raising police salaries and launching anti-gun campaigns is also an effective way to stop future gun violence.
Hey, hi. Good morning, sir. How can I call you?
You just call me Andy.
Okay, hi, Andy. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. What's your name?
Andy.
Okay.
You can call me Ted Evelyn Alexander.
Okay, hi, Ted.
Hi.
Okay. The first question, do you think AI will start to kill humans? First question, do you think AI will start killing humans someday?
I think it will in the future.
Why?
Because when like 100 or 1,000 years later, AI intelligence will be more advanced than humans because they don't need to. I don't know, sir.
继续。你先看。
I wouldn't think that because the AI development in the current situation is not that well advanced. So in the current situation, we don't have to worry about such dangerous crisis for humans.
How about like 1,000 years later?
Maybe in 1,000 years, AI will develop into a higher living standards than us normal human beings. Then that might cause a problem of robot slaughtering humans.
Okay, cut.
It's a bad technology. It will control humans.
Really? You do think that?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Because they are scary. Yes, and they will hit us. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if 20 years later and AI can control most of our lives, what will you do?
I think I will suicide.
No,
Because
okay.
actually I don't like this food.
You don't like human?
I don't like anything. Yeah, except you. Okay, finish.
In future, let's say 20 years later, and AI starts to kill humans. Can you imagine that?
So you're making a scenario.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a hypothetical scenario. What will you do?
I mean, if robots start to kill people, what would I do? I would escape to a dungeon. Just hide there.
How about food and water?
I'm sure there will be enough supply of food and water down there, so I wouldn't get starved to death.
Okay, interesting. Thank you.
What is that?
OK，等我想一下，我要问什么？暂停。
OK， 暂停。
安迪，你有问题哦。
OK， 继续吗 ？OK。Do you have anything to tell those people who hate AIs?
You're great. Keep continuing.
Interesting. Thank you. Mr. Andy?
然后你握手的时候，你可以那个是怎么讲
Mr. Ted.
Okay, thank you.
You hate AI. AI sucks. Bye.